Hello, everyone. Welcome to uh, this awesome live training session. I'm excited to be here with you. We've got people jumping on from all over the world right now, and we're going to get started in just a few minutes. So settle in and simmer down because we got a lot to cover in this short amount of time. Again, this is a live training session with me, Andrea Beaman. And while we are waiting for folks to hop on, I'll go over some technical details for you, at least as technical as I can possibly get, because I'm not very techy. I'll tell you that right now. So here it is. If at any time you lose audio or video, just log out and then log back in again. Or if you dialed in, hang up the phone and dial back in. And that should solve the problem. And if it doesn't, that's about as techy as I can get. Now, before we get started with this training session, let's make sure that you close out of all of those tabs that are open right now on your computer or on your phone, except for this one. You don't want to be distracted by your Facebook friends' birthday pictures or any random tweets or the newest moving picture image that magically pops up in your Instagram feed and mesmerizes you. That's happened to me once or twice. And wow, look at that picture. It's moving. And they to show you how to do it. So it's important that you just be here now. I need your undivided attention because you're going to learn amazing skills today that can help you become a more valued practitioner for your clients and help you create easy healing protocols that will establish you as an expert in the health and wellness revolution. So as people are hopping onto the call, I just want you to, for those of you that are here now, put into the question box what it is that you want to get out of this training session tonight. If there's one thing that you want to get out of this training session, what is it? Just pop it into the question box. And while you're doing that, I'll help everybody to get present. So Kim says, learn to read my body for early warning signs. That's very smart, Kim, because the body is always talking, sister. Donna says, looking to get motivated. Oh, you came to the right place. I'm a motivation monster. And Kathy says, how to be seen as an expert. This is all great. We're going to cover all of this tonight. So you guys hang on. We're going to get there. We have an hour and it's going to be awesome. Linda says she wants more info for ultimate health and to help others. Victoria says confidence. Christine says, I hope to be able to read the signs of illness for me and my family and my clients. That is awesome. You're going to get all of this stuff tonight. This is actually one of my favorite courses to teach. And I've been doing it now for, I want to say, close to 15 or 16 years, online for the past 6 years. Oh, it's actually 7, online for the past 7 years. But, prior to that, I was doing it live in New York City, these classes. So let's get started. We're going to start with this training session. We want to make sure that we're present. So the more present that you are, the more you'll be able to retain the knowledge that I'm going to share with you about using these assessment and healing skills that are going to boost your knowledge and build your confidence and give you all the stuff that you need to get out there in the world and get busy. So first thing that we want to do is we want to get present. And that's simply connecting your breath with your body. Because where your breath is, that's where you are. So I want you to feel your butt sitting in the chair and then feel your feet in your shoes. You could wiggle your toes around a little bit. If you're walking and listening to this, then feel your feet hitting the pavement. If you're driving in your car, I want you to feel the steering wheel in your hands, right? So this is just ways that we connect back to ourselves. And like I said, when we're connected and we're present, you're going to be able to absorb more information. So I want you to take a deep breath in and leave the office worries at the office. And take another deep breath in and forget about any argument that you had with any of your coworkers or your boss. And take another deep breath in and release the disagreement with your spouse or with your rotten little kids, right? They don't listen sometimes, right? or release any anger and resentment that you have to the person that cut you off in traffic, or the bus driver that didn't hold the doors, or the subway car that was too crowded, right? All of this releasing and getting present will help you to be here now. So let's just take 3 more breaths. Deep breath in and exhale. Deep breath in and relax. Last time, deep breath in and exhale. Okay, always remember that where your breath is, that is where you are. And that is called presence. And when you're present in your life, you can digest your experiences at a much deeper and more profound level. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to go deeper into wellness and healing for yourself and for your clients. So first and foremost, I want to thank you for taking the time to meet me here today for this training session. All we have in life is time. So I know that your time and my time is precious. And in this short amount of time that we have together today, I'm going to share with you skills to help you understand the body so you can create easy diet and lifestyle protocols that work more effectively for your clients. These skills will establish you as an expert in the field of health and wellness, and you will become someone your clients can respect and rely on for guidance and support. So let's go to the first slide. This is what you're going to learn today. You're going to learn powerful assessment skills to decipher energetic imbalances within the body. You're going to create or learn to create easy healing protocols using food and herbs and diet and exercises and consciousness. You'll learn how to empower your clients to make the best choices for their health and vitality, how to gain confidence and respect, and establish yourself as an expert in the wellness revolution. And then, of course, you're going to use these skills to help you become a highly valued practitioner. So for those of you that are meeting me for the first time, my name is Andrea Beaman, and I'm an internationally renowned health coach. I'm a natural food chef and an herbalist. I was named one of the top 100 most influential health and fitness experts. I'm a recipient of the Natural Gourmets Institute Award for Excellence in Health Supportive Education. Plus, I received the Health Leadership Award from the Institute for Integrative Nutrition. And since 1999, I've been teaching people around the world how to harness the body's own preventative and healing powers using food and herbal remedies and alternative medicine, which a lot of which I'm going to share with you tonight. So as a health coach or an alternative practitioner, this is a very, very exciting time to be involved in the health and wellness industry. And I know that it personally brings me great joy to empower my students and clients to be able to take back their health and not become victims of a mega industry that thrives on sickness and fear. And I know that there must be some reason why you personally got involved in health and wellness as well. So what was it that brought you here? Was it some form of sickness? Were you fed up with not getting the answers that you needed? Were you sick and tired of being sick and tired? Something brought you into this industry. I know that that's the case with most of the health and wellness practitioners and the coaches that I meet. Something brought them here, and it was their frustration with modern medicine. So I'm not getting down on modern medicine. We absolutely need it, but when it comes to healing and prevention of disease, they're in the dark ages. So for me, I got involved in health and wellness and became an expert on natural healing over 20 years ago. I was diagnosed with a thyroid disease and a goiter, and I was told that that I needed to destroy my thyroid. You see my goiter here, with radioactive iodine, and then be taking medication for the rest of my life. And but destroying my thyroid and taking medication for the rest of my life would never ever get to the root cause of why my body was out of balance in the first place. There was another option for healing, but it was not given to me at my doctor's office. So the blessing of my thyroid disease was that it motivated me to look deeper into health and wellness. There had to be a root cause for my condition, and I had to actively seek answers elsewhere. And so I did. So It started with food therapy, right? The food that I was eating. And then it went deeper into studying the art of physiognomy, which is visual diagnosis. And then meridian and organ diagnosis, and shiatsu, and energy medicine, and meditation, and visualization, and mind body medicine, and traditional herbalism. You name it, I studied it, and I'm still studying it because I love this stuff. It is empowering. It's a very different experience to be in the world and feel empowered, or to be in the world and feel like a victim. And so I personally involved and immersed myself in understanding the body from an alternative and an energetic perspective. And I healed my goiter and my thyroid condition, the same disease that doctors told me was incurable. I also healed quite a few other things along the way that I had been suffering with. So it was chronic PMS, allergies, depression, anxiety, eczema that used to cover my fingers, my palms, the back of my hands. Sometimes it was in my toes. Uh, so all that stuff is gone. I don't struggle or suffer with that anymore because I understand the body in a whole different way. So the truth is, people can heal when they get to the root cause of their condition and then make the necessary diet and lifestyle adjustments. And this is where expert health coaches and wellness practitioners can make the biggest impact with their clients. So I personally began mentoring health coaches years ago because I met so many coaches that were lacking confidence. They felt they didn't have the skills to work with people. So they would reach out to me for guidance to help them understand the body on a deeper level. And that would help them work more confidently and effectively with their own clients. So this is one of the main reasons why I created the New Healers Master Coaching Program. And this is the training that I'm going to share with you today. You're getting a free training session, so get ready. You're going to love it. And this is how the skills that I'm going to share with you can benefit you and your business. You will learn to become a more masterful coach and a wellness practitioner. You'll be able to assess conditions to prevent disease. You'll easily create healing protocols using diet, lifestyle, and consciousness. You'll be able to enhance your own confidence and work more effectively with your clients. Clients will value and trust your advice and suggestions, and you'll be able to expand your business organically through referrals. So most of you are already aware, that's why you're here. Most of you are already aware that our current medical model is outdated and slowly breaking down. More and more people, including many medical doctors, are exposing the flaws within our current system. And they've been moving in the direction of diet and lifestyle modifications, plus alternative healing modalities to help their own patients and clients feel better. So, like I said earlier, I don't want you to get me wrong. There is a time and a place for medication and surgery. Unfortunately, for the past 100 years, we've been taught that we are powerless to disease or victims of disease. And the only way to stop any disease is to suppress the symptoms with a medication or to attack the body by cutting out pieces of it. Which is that's the case with most of the surgeries that are going on, like gallbladder removal, or goodbye to pieces of your intestine, or say goodbye to your thyroid, or goodbye to your tonsils. So like if you think about the tonsils, they're actually a great example of how modern medicine got it so wrong. In the 1970s, and that's when I was growing up, when kids would experience swollen glands and inflammation of the tonsils, the common medical practice was to surgically remove them. They were performing tonsillectomies on everyone. You had a little sore throat, goodbye to your tonsils, right? You had a recurring strep throat, goodbye to your tonsils. So today, 40 years later, they're performing 90% less tonsillectomies, because we know that if the tonsils are inflamed, irritated, and swollen, it's because some pathogen is trying to enter the body, and the tonsils are the first line of defense. They are literally shouting for the immune system to wake up and get moving into action. And by removing the tonsils, they killed the messenger, and that was not smart, and they know it today. But boy, did they experiment on a lot of people. So today, it's common knowledge that altering the diet and the lifestyle, rather than ripping the body apart and taking pieces out of it unnecessarily is the healthcare of the future, right? And this is actually ancient knowledge, right? This is not new stuff. This is understanding the body from a deeper level and listening to body and say, hey, the body's saying this. What can we do? The body's having this reaction. What can we do to shift the body into a healing mode instead of, okay, let's attack the body, right? So this is your time as a health coach or a wellness practitioner to thrive. By understanding various patterns within the body and why the body is doing the things that it does and hearing what the body is saying, rather than killing the messenger, we can literally prevent disease, we can heal imbalance, and that's what I'm going to teach you today. So to do our job more effectively, we actually need to understand what the body is saying and then create the correct protocols to shift the client's diet and lifestyle to support what their body is saying that it needs. The human body is an amazing creation, and it's always talking to us. It gives us signs that the internal system is out of balance, but we need to know what to look for. It could be a twitch in the eye, an ache or a pain, a rash, a skin ailment, or simply an inability to digest food. It could be anything. There are so many warning signs coming from the body. And when you use the skills that I'm going to share with you today, you'll be able to create the best diet and lifestyle protocols for yourself or for your clients. And this will help you become a more highly valued and respected practitioner. So as you're going to learn in this training today, many people suffer from their symptoms of disease way before the disease actually develops. This is where we have a golden opportunity to make a huge difference, because I need you to keep in mind that no one just wakes up one morning with cancer. No one just wakes up one morning with type 2 diabetes or heart disease or an autoimmune condition. That's not the way the body is designed. It's not the way that it works. Disease takes time to manifest. And while that disease is growing, it always gives us clues. These bodily clues are what we, as skillful practitioners, use to assess patterns. And then we give specific diet and lifestyle suggestions to shift someone in the direction of healing and prevention, rather than, sending them straight into the disease, right? You want to shift them and change their trajectory so they're going toward healing and prevention instead. So we're going to get started. So the information that I'm sharing with you today is taken directly from my New Healers Master Coaching Program, and we're going to start with visual diagnosis. It's called Physiognomy. It's one of the first things that I've learned, and we're starting with visual assessment because there's a lot you can see without having to take a blood test, an MRI, or an X-ray. You can literally see what's going on inside someone's body simply by looking at their face. And this is an ancient skill. This isn't new stuff. I'm not bringing you anything that the ancient healers didn't know. It's just that we've forgotten to implement this along the way. When modern medicine came to the forefront and said, okay, let's do blood tests, let's do this, let's do that. I'm not saying that stuff isn't necessary, but disease can only be detected in the blood after it's already been there for a long time. What I'm teaching you is about the prevention of disease and halting that trajectory. So visual diagnosis, this is the first class that I teach my students because it's an amazing skill. We cover all of the organ systems and how you can see what's happening with a person just by looking at their face. We look at the eyes, the eyebrows, the forehead, the nose, the cheeks, the lips, the ears, the tongue, the chin. Each part of the face correlates to a different organ system. So here are some questions to begin the process as you look at someone's face. Is the person swollen around their eyes or other parts of the face? Are the lips dry, cracked, red, pale, purple, or peeling? Is the face even in tone, texture, and color? Are the whites of the eyes clear and bright, or are they dull red and yellow? Is there discoloration on any part of the face? So all of these visual clues tell us that something is going on internally. So we're gonna look at colors as an example. Okay, so let's just look at colors, right? Because there's so many ways to see what's going on, but we can't cover it all because we only have 1 hour here. So red, if somebody has red on their face, anywhere on their face, right? The tone has changed and there's a red splotch or red blotch or red veins coming up. It shows expansion of the capillaries, heart and circulatory disorders. If someone has a yellow or orange discoloration, a lot of times you could see this around the mouth. It'll show liver and gallbladder or spleen, stomach, and pancreas disorders. Right? You could see it also, you could see that on the top of the eyelids. A lot of times you'll see that with people. White, and I put it in gray because if I put it in white, you wouldn't be able to see it. White is the contraction of blood capillaries or blood deficiency or lung disorders, right? If you're not getting enough oxygen, there'll be a white or even a gray cast or a gray tone, right? That white gray color. Green. Green can show decomposition of tissues and cells or the development of cancer. And, it's a subtle color. I'm not talking about the green or olive shade of the people of the Mediterranean. I'm talking about literally a greenish discoloration. Sometimes you could see it in the temples. Sometimes you could see it under the eyes or on top of the eyes. Sometimes you could see it on the cheeks, right? So that can show the decomposition of cells, right? And the development of cancer. And then brown discoloration can show liver, kidney, and excretory dysfunctions, right? So this is literally the first peek into understanding someone's condition. And it is crucial for disease prevention. This is where you have the opportunity to excel as an expert. I've used this type of assessment in my practice for over 2 decades, and it has helped me refine the dietary, herbal, and lifestyle protocols that I create for my clients. And it can help you be the best support system for your clients as well. So I'm going to pull up a picture and we're going to go through this picture, okay? Okay, so here's a visual assessment picture. So I want you guys to type into the box. You tell me what you see on this girl's face. What's the first thing that you notice about the color of her face? Yes, Karen. Dark circles under the eyes, right? It's very dark brown, even has a little bit of orange tint there. Christine says pale face. Yes, very pale. Very pale. She is in a blood deficient state. Kathy says dark under the eyes. Tracy says red under the eyes. There's actually not so much red. There's a little bit of purple right underneath her lower lids. There's a little bit of purple, which shows blood stagnation, which is a dangerous condition, actually. Kim says pale lips. Yes, pale lips. And also dry. You can see they're pale and they're dry, and the top lip is misshapen. Linda says tired. Eves says brown sunken eye. Yes. Joy says brownish discoloration. Eve says pale. Kathleen says very pale, droopy eyes. Okay, so this is all great. So what we're looking at is in this area here underneath her eyes, this is actually kidney and liver, right? So there's this brown discoloration. So her detoxification organs are not working well at all. Also on the top of her eyes here, you can see there's a light brown or an orange discoloration. So we know that gallbladder is not working well. Her paleness, because her organs are not working well, she's in a state of blood deficiency. She's probably anemic. You could see the paleness in her lips. Her misshapen upper lip is showing that there is stomach problems, and her swollen lower lip is showing that her large intestine is not working well. She's probably constipated, which is where a lot of this brown, right? Detoxification organs are not working well. She also has a slight discoloration here on the outside of her mouth, right? You could just tell it's just a slight discoloration, some slight brown on her cheeks as well. So overall, this person is in a state of severe deficiency, a severe deficiency. So What do you think? If you were to look at someone who's in a state, and also you could see she has something called lower sanpaku, where you can see the lower white in her eye, which is showing extreme fatigue and exhaustion. Um, so, what do you think if someone's in a state of deficiency like this? What kind of diet do you think they should be eating? What kind of diet for someone that is pale, weak, blood deficient, exhausted? Daniel says beets. Yeah, beets would help. Karen says lean, protein, and lots of veggies. Yeah, that would be great. Kim says more fruits and veggies, lots of color, lots of fiber. Linda says dark leafy vegetables. Kathleen says mineral rich. Yes, mineral rich is very important here, right? Because she really needs some minerals to build some blood. Tracy says I would ask what she is eating. Plant-based, chlorophyll. Yeah, so like for example, for this type of person that is in a state of deficiency like this, I would not recommend a raw food diet because they're already exhausted. So the amount of fire that needs to be, amount of energy and fire that needs to be promoted by her digestive system is not going to be able to break down the nutrients that she needs. Donna says liver and whole foods. Yeah, liver might be a good choice for this person, actually, right? And it's in a state of deficiency like this. Christine says iron rich. Yes, iron rich foods. Nadia says the same thing, iron rich foods. Yeah, she's in a state of blood deficiency. So if she comes to me and she's a vegan, and I've had this happen often where a vegan person will come to me and they'll say they're exhausted and they're wiped out and they don't have any energy, and they'll say, can you recommend, can you work with me? And I would tell them, I need you to at least eat an egg, right? Or some bone stock or something. And yes, Kathleen just put in bone broth and, something like that to build up the body because she's in a state of deficiency. She's in a blood deficiency. She's in a deficient state. So we need to build up her nutrition. So I need to give her cooked foods. I need to give her more hearty foods. And they have to be well cooked so that she can process it because she doesn't have any energy, right? So when you don't have any energy, your digestive fire is also going to be weak, right? Because you need digestive fire to be able to break down your food. But look at how pale and weak she is. This girl does not have a strong digestive fire at all, right? So this is how you tweak someone's diet. So let's take another face, right? Let's take another face. So this is another popular face. We all see this face a lot, right? So what do you think when you look at this face here on the right? What do you see? What do you see on the face on the right? Swollen. Yes, Kathy, swollen. Yes, Kathy, swollen and red. Christine says lots of swelling. Karen says orange complexion. Yeah, Karen, and I don't know if that's his makeup, but that orange complexion, that's really indicative of liver gallbladder stuff going on as well as stomach spleen stuff going on. So Kathleen says stress. Eve says swollen, puffy eyes. Yes, puffy eyes. Tracy says he needs lots of nutritional changes in his life. Yes. Eve says swollen face. Kim says pale, swollen under eyes. Yes. Yes, he is pale under his eyes. Directly under his eyes, he's pale. Right? So even though you can see that he's not in a state of deficiency, he's in a state of excess where a raw foods diet would be really good for him, right? Give this guy a lot of salad, give him lots of vegetables, reduce his eating, right? Maybe a little more spiritual contemplation. Nadia says kidney and liver disorder. Yes, actually, you can see that pretty clearly. Like that may not show up on a test. That may not show up on a blood test, but you could see that his kidneys are struggling and his liver is also struggling. And you could see the liver struggling in between the eyes. You could see the kidney struggling underneath the eyes. And on top of the eyes, he's swollen as well. So gallbladder is also struggling. Stella says pale around the eyes. Yes. Yes. So even though he is in a state of excess, he's actually probably have some blood deficiency because his organs are congested. Where the other gal, she's in a state of deficiency. She needs to be built up. He needs to be released, so to speak. He needs a good cleanse. Wow, that would be good for him. Kathy says dry lips. Yeah, on both of these people, dry lips. Karen says whites of the eyes are not white. No, they're not. They look a little pink, right? So that's showing inflammation. That's showing internal inflammation. Yes, Stella, he is swollen. Oh, that's funny. Kathleen says he just gave the Clemson football team Burger King, for crying out loud. Okay, so you could see, wait, let's go back. You could see that these two people need different diets. They need different diets for sure. You can't just, and this is where it comes to an expert health coach and then a coach or an expert practitioner and someone that just says, oh, go on the Whole30, right? Which will help, definitely help both of these people, but maybe not as much as they need, right? Because their organs are talking. The organs are saying, hey, I need some help here. So you can clearly see both of these people, they need two different diets to get them back into a state of balance. And then they could just eat regularly and normally. And when I say regularly and normally, I mean like wholesome, seasonal, local, all the good stuff, right? And that'll bring these two people back into a state of balance. So like for the gal on the left, meat stocks, warming herbs, spices like cinnamon, cayenne pepper, rosemary. And then for Trump, right? He's definitely in a state of excess, either eating too much, eating too fast, eating the wrong food. He could use a good cleanse, clear out some of that excess, right? So this is an amazing tool to have as a health coach or a wellness practitioner because you can tweak someone's diet by what their body is saying that it needs. This is a skill that you'll be able to use your entire life. So how many of you think that learning the art of visual assessment could benefit your practice working with clients? It could help you create diet and lifestyle protocols to shift someone into a healthier direction. Once you see what the body is saying and learn to, and we just covered a little bit of it, right? A little bit of swelling, a little bit of coloring, discoloration, right? But you could see all of the different organs, how they present on the face and what you can do, right? And you could create diet and lifestyle protocols to shift someone in a healthier direction, right? So can you see how this could help your practice? Can you see that? Yeah, it's awesome, right, Tracy? Yeah, I love this assessment tool too. I use it all the time. I have clients all over the world and I work with them via Skype or FaceTime. And I'm always looking at their face. I'm looking at their expressions. I'm looking at their color, because they could say, my doctor diagnosed me with such and such, but their body is saying something completely different. It's saying, hey, the root cause is actually somewhere else, right? So I let their body do the talking. Yes, Joy. Yes, Kathleen. Okay, so let's keep moving because we only have a 25 more minutes left. So I got to move a little more quickly. I'm sorry, guys. I talk a lot. So here's what one of the students had to say about what she learned in my class. She said, I had a client with pain in her lips and tongue, and with visual diagnosis and Andrea's support, she's better now. This program has absolutely given me a different outlook on health coaching. Let me move this over here. Okay, so let's go to the next skill that I teach my students. And the next one is organ and meridian assessment. So in this class, we cover the meridian systems and the organ systems and the liver and the gallbladder and the kidney and the bladder and the heart and the small intestine and the lung and the large intestine and the stomach and the spleen and the pancreas. We cover all those systems. And for those of you that have dabbled in Chinese medicine or energy medicine, you know that the meridians are energy pathways that are in and around the body. And this is ancient knowledge, and it's been around for thousands of years, and I love it because it explains the body and its organ systems so much more than just their mechanical processes. So with my students, we go over the meridians and the organs because it's an energetic system, right? I don't teach them acupuncture. That's not what they're learning. They're learning the energetic system in the body. They're learning the patterns to help you understand the body on a deeper level. And in those when we cover this, we go over the various foods and the flavors that nourish and support each of the systems, as well as the different types of exercise that are best for each of the systems. So if you have a basic understanding of the meridians and the organs from an ancient perspective, this can help you craft more direct healing protocols for your clients, right? So once you understand each organ and their pattern, you can adjust someone's diet and their lifestyle to help them rebalance their body. So I'm going to give you some examples. When I was first studying shiatsu, the master Shizuku Yamamoto, one of the world's leading shiatsu practitioners, said to the class, she said, if you hit your body anywhere, it means that an organ system needs your attention immediately. And she explained that the human body is very wise and it knows exactly what it needs to rebalance itself. So we need to pay attention. And I have to tell you that in the over 20 years that I've been working with people, every single time that they hit themselves somewhere, I know that I need to address that organ system. It's amazing. So let's go to the next slide. So here's what I posted up on my Facebook page. This was January 11th, so it was last week. I posted up, have you bumped in any area on your body lately, or have you repeatedly jammed the same finger or toe? Uh-oh, it's time to listen to your body and hear what it's saying. An organ system needs your loving care and attention. And then there's a blog, right? A blog that talks about the meridians. So then people commented on the post, and this gal said, well, let me just pull this down here. This gal says, my left knee. She said, last spring, I banged my knee on a table super hard. It affected my already tender hip on the left side, right? She already had a tender hip on the left side. I banged it again on a wooden bar stool at home, and then in the summer, banged it twice in Hawaii on a very hard table. My leg was numb from the knee to the hip. Could barely walk that summer. My left knee. What should I be looking out for besides wooden tables and chairs? And I wrote, that's a lot of talking your body is doing. The first thing that comes to mind is that if you hit your outer knee and it hurt all the way up to your hip, your gallbladder needs support. And if you hit your inner knee, your spleen and your stomach is talking to you. It's time to work on your digestive health. And yes, please be conscious of where you're walking. It's almost as if you're not aware of your body. So she's hit herself quite a lot. And on the knee, and then that numbness. So we're looking at the digestive system here. We're looking at the digestive organs. You're looking at the liver and the gallbladder and the stomach and the spleen and the pancreas. So then she wrote back, thank you. I hit the outer and the front. I will be more aware and hopefully run into you guys in the park. And I've been dealing with gastro issues for the past year, so it sounds about right. I've been seeing the GIs and functional med chiro, right? So here is a great example that she's hitting herself in specific areas that need her attention. So the fact that she got numb from knee to hip indicates it's called the frozen digestive system, right? Numbness, when something becomes frozen, it's numb. So actually, to support her digestive system, I don't know what she's working on with her GI, but she needs to put some heat into the digestive system. So any warming bitters would be great, or cayenne pepper, something to stoke that digestive fire. Oregano, right? Something really warming in there because it's frozen. She has a frozen digestive system. So let me give you another example. I'll give you two examples because this was all on the same feed. So Charlene says her hip joints are aching. We'll work on eating more vegetables. And I said, yes, you hit the nail on the head. Raw salads and a nice sour flavored dressing, right? Because her hips are associated with her gallbladder. And the flavor that is associated with supporting the liver and the gallbladder is sour. So I said a dressing made with lemon juice and olive oil would work well, or any type of sour food, fermented foods, right? So she's got to start adding that into her diet. Now, remember, I'm not getting any information from these people except where they hit themselves, right? So then she says, could this issue be causing tendon inflammation as well? So what I teach my students in the organ and meridian assessment module, of course, is each specific organ. So the liver is responsible for the tendons, right? So of course, this makes perfect sense. Her hip joints are aching. She's got inflammation. She's got to do eventually either a liver flush or add something into her, like a barberry or something to cool that inflammation down that's happening in the liver and the gallbladder. Um, so I wrote, yes, of course, the liver governs the tendons and the sour flavor supports the liver. The liver and the gallbladder work together. Your hips and joints are aching. This is where the gallbladder meridian runs through. Instead of red wine vinegar, which is too much acid, and grapeseed oil, which is 2 iron omega-6, I suggested she use olive oil and lemon juice, which is a little more classic, right? Okay, and then this gal, Shannon, says, craziness. I've had hip and lower back problems for years, and I just found out I have a gallstone. Okay, so this is classic. For years, she's had a pain, ache, 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 as this thing was just blocking one of the ducts until it gets big enough for her to get it diagnosed by modern medicine, right? So she says, I began to wonder if they were somehow connected. My mom and sister both had their gallbladder removed. Me, I think not. I'd like to keep my organs, so I'm currently adding into my IAN knowledge of how to clean this mess up, right? So she needs a gallbladder flush, right? And there's lots of ways that you can do that. Or she could do something stronger like a coffee enema. And then she won't have to lose her gallbladder like her mother and her sister did. Okay, so let's, you guys can see this, right? I'm not working with these people. They're not my clients. I just asked them where they hit themselves or where they're having some pain. So do you see, oh, Stella says it'll take time to get comfortable to do this assessment, but it's so great information. Actually, Stella, you're in the program, the New Healers Master Coaching Program, and you're going to get next week, you get your first module. So you're going to get a ton of information. You're going to get a whole bunch of stuff that you're going to take. We take it one step at a time, 1 week at a time, covering every single organ system, everything that you need to know, so you don't have to worry. Yeah, it's really exciting, right? Okay, good. Okay, so do you see how understanding the meridians, right? Because there's a lot of them, but this will help you support your clients to help you cater to their health needs, right? With this type of knowledge, you don't have to see someone's face to assess what their body is saying. All you have to do is listen to where they have pain. We are so much more than just our physical body, right? We're going to cover that now as we move toward the emotional healing, but using this, you can use the specific flavors, the foods, the herbs. You could learn how to nourish the organ systems. You could get the whole body functioning better simply by understanding energetically what is being affected in the body. So could you imagine what your health coaching business would be like if you learned to implement these skills? Could you imagine? You'd become an expert on this. So I see more questions are coming in. I'm really running out of time. I'm sorry, guys. I got to keep moving forward, and then I'll open for questions at the very end. So let's keep moving forward. This is skill number 3. This is what I cover in my program. Again, this comes from the East and its ancient teachings. These are the chakras, and this is the emotional body, and this is how you see how someone relates to themselves and how they relate to and react to the world around them. This is where you get to know the emotional body better and how you can bring awareness to your clients to support their healing process. So modern science understands this system as the endocrine system, and each gland in this system has a mechanical function, creating hormones, putting them into the bloodstream to create a physical reaction in the body. But this same endocrine system and the chakra system is the same system. And according to the ancients, this is our emotional system. And each of the chakras relate to a different emotional experience. So when clients have a recurring physical condition that keeps popping up, it's time to go deeper into the emotional body. So we're going to take a look at the 4th chakra as an example, because heart disease, where the 4th chakra is the number 1 killer of all people, men and women around the world today. So scientifically, the thymus is the gland that is located directly in front of the heart on the 4th chakra. And the thymus is instrumental in the production of the maturation of T cells, white blood cells that protect the body from threats, including viruses and infections. The thymus produces and secretes thymosin, a hormone necessary for T cell development production. But according to the ancients, the heart is the motivator for the human spirit, right? It's more than just a mechanical, here you go, T cells are being made there. Right? Um, so that area in the body, it's the motivator for the human spirit. When we hug someone or when we love, when we have compassion for other people and for ourselves, the heart feels an emotion, and that naturally increases our immunity. And there are many scientific studies that show that practicing love and compassion actually increases immunity and health. So when it comes to healing any disease, you've got to get into the habit of nourishing the heart chakra and accessing your ability to give and receive love and have compassion for yourself and other people. So I'll give you an example. And again, I'm using fourth chakra because it's the #1 killer in the world, heart disease. I had a client that was suffering with poor immunity, and she was getting sick all the time. Plus, she was experiencing heart palpitations, at least once or twice a week, heart palpitations. So we altered her diet, and it helped a lot. But she still felt those palpitations. Even though they were less, they were still popping up. So we went deeper and brought awareness to her chakras. So it turns out that she was angry at her father and had not forgiven him. And he had been dead for over 20 years. And after we worked on her fourth chakra, she said, I know that if I hold on to anger directed towards someone else, it's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. So part of her healing process, beyond her diet and her lifestyle and food and herbs, was to become aware of the anger that she was holding on to about her father's alcoholism. Right? So this is where you delve into forgiveness and compassion and all that stuff. Right? But my job was just to make her aware that it was not, that we needed to go a little bit deeper. So this is very similar to like the 45-year-old guy who's eating well and taking care of himself, and then boom, just drops dead of a heart attack. And people are like, what happened? Right? So what else was going on that caused the heart to seize? Angry at the ex-wife, anger at the boss. We need to ask these questions for deeper healing. So these are some of the diseases and emotions related to fourth chakra imbalance. Heart disease, pneumonia, respiratory problems, allergies, lung cancer, upper back pain, breast cancer, inability to forgive, anger, bitterness, jealousy, and overexcitability. So in this class, as with all of the classes, the students get access to all of the materials, all of the handouts, everything that they need to be able to develop protocols for their clients, healing protocols. And as the students go through this process, they become adept at using these skills, and it builds their confidence to work more effectively with their clients. So this is what one of the students had to say. She said, Andrea, your classes and calls have made me more confident, period. I love, love, love the chakra class. Andrea, all of your information is great, but you hit this one out of the park. I am confident I'll be able to incorporate the knowledge you have shared into my work as a health coach. So before I open up for questions, because we are just about done, it's 7:48 here. Before I open up for questions, I'm going to share with you exactly what my New Healers program is and how you could take the next step to get proficient at using these skills to boost your confidence and support your clients and your career and become an expert health coach or a wellness practitioner. So this is what the program looks like. There's 5 main modules. We cover the art of visual diagnosis. We cover organ and meridian diagnosis. We cover herbs according to the 5 phases. We cover the emotions and the chakras and the meaning of symptoms. We cover everything. And this program is for health coaches and wellness practitioners and energy workers, Reiki masters, homeopathic doctors, integrative doctors, nurses, herbalists. And also a lot of people that come through this program are actually not in the health and wellness industry, but they just curious and they want to take the program to improve their own personal health or the health of their family members. I've had lots of moms come through this program. So these people that come through this program, they want to expand their skills and they want to learn how to create healing protocols and how to understand the body. So if you are struggling, trying to figure out how the heck to make your health coaching business work, or you're lacking confidence in your ability to work with clients, or you just want to learn some awesome skills that you'll use for the rest of your life, then you'll want to sign up for the New Healers Master Coaching Program. All of these modules are recorded. We have MP3s, MP4s, handouts, action guides, presentations. You know, we make this learning, this process really easy for you. Really easy and really fun. You know, my programs are always a lot of fun. The students get a lot, you know, they're learning, but it's not like droning on and on and on and on. And it's learning and it's engaging. And that's, you know, and also you're going to be practicing on yourself, and you're going to be practicing on people. And if you don't have any clients, you're going to practice on family members, right? Because I get you engaged. Because I don't want you to just learn information. You could show up, you could take any course online, just learn a ton of information. I want you to actually use this information, because that's how you become skillful. That's how you become an expert. That's how you build your confidence, by using the information. So this program starts next week. And I encourage you to stay on until the end of this training session, because I have a special gift to those of you that showed up live. So these 5 modules are valued at $24.92, almost $2,500. There's a lot of knowledge and content that went into creating this. It's really an amazing program. And then, of course, we have some bonus modules. And these bonus modules are valued at almost $1,000. There's a self-evaluation to get you moving and grooving in the right direction. This is for career stuff, as well as to understand your own body. And then, of course, you know, how do you put all of this information to create the successful and sustainable business that you want? And again, all of these modules are recorded as well, so you can watch and listen at your convenience. And then the biggest bonus that we have, this is one of the students. She says, I'm amazed that the information is not only focusing on foods, but also emotional and mental feelings, thoughts, and lifestyle to diagnose the client's root causes. The presentations and action guides were very helpful in going into more depth of what Andrea talked to us about in the videos. And being able to download and save all the materials and coaching calls are so helpful, because I can listen to it over and over until I finally understand and remember them. Right? So we also have the biggest bonus, and that is the live coaching calls. So you have live coaching calls with me to help you understand the body, and then how to craft the healing protocols, whether it's using diet, herbs, exercises, lifestyle, all of that stuff for specific conditions, for what the body is saying. And you would bring any of your questions, pictures, thoughts to the group coaching calls to get clarity. You'd bring your questions about the classes, questions about the handouts, questions about your health, questions about your client's health. And many of the students bring pictures of friends, family, clients, or even themselves. And we go over those in depth, right? So you can really see what's going on. And all of the classes and the coaching calls are designed to help you get this information into your practice and into your life, to become more skillful and help as many people as you can. And these diagnostic skills are the missing link to creating a successful and sustainable practice doing work that you love. And by the way, if any of these coaching calls you're not available, you would simply send in your question or in your picture in advance to me, and I would answer it on the call, and you would get the answer to your question the very next day. So you never miss anything. You won't miss anything. So I also get a ton of emails from students that have taken marketing programs online, and they're still not thriving or making a living doing the work that they love. And that's because the information in this program is the missing piece. It's designed to help you become a more masterful coach, and that is priceless. If you can create healing protocols for your clients, you will gain their respect. It will boost your confidence, and you'll be able to work with anyone. And I promise that by the end of engaging in this program, you'll be better equipped to work with people. So here's an overview of what you learn. You get the 5 main modules with me covering all the aspects and the ancient healing techniques. You get the recordings, the handouts, the presentations, the action guides, plus lifetime membership, and it's valued at $24.92. You get the live coaching calls with me to deepen your understanding and ability to use this information in your practice. You get the recordings, the personal recommendations, the guidance and the support, your questions answered, and that is valued at $19.94. You get the bonus modules, which have the recordings, the handouts, the presentations, and the action guides, and that's valued at $9.97. And of course, the entire cost, the value of this program is $54.83. And if all this program did, we also cover tongues, by the way, in the first, you're going to see that next week. You're going to get a whole bunch of tongues to look at next week, Stella. So if all this program did was help you understand the body and its functions and what it needs, decipher organ system imbalances for disease prevention, utilize herbal lifestyle adjustments that facilitate more effective healing for your clients, gain mastery, credibility, and respect, become confident with your new skills, set yourself and your business up for your success. Would it be worth it? So this was one of the students. She said, I'm feeling so blessed that I've been put on this journey. Going with my heart, I enrolled in New Healers. For a while, I wondered if I had made the right decision, and now I know I did. This is the first time I had a desire for a career ever. The New Healers program is giving me more confidence and motivation as a health coach, and for me, that is priceless. So I said I had a special gift for those of you that stayed on. So the program is valued at $54.83. I offer it at $10.97. And if you sign up today during this live training session, you get an additional $200 off. You would use training to heal 200 as the discount code, and you get the entire program for $8.97. It's 4 months. We're going to be working together for 4 months. So Kelly's going to put into the chat box the link to take you over to the page, AndreaBeaman.com/New Healers Master Coaching Program. Let's see. Yep, there it is. So I'm going to take you there right now so you could see the page. This covers everything that you need to know. The program begins next week, January 24th. That's when we launch the first module. You get all of this information. You get to see who's taken the course before, how it has benefited them, everything that you're going to learn, all of the bonuses as well, exclusive access to our private groups, 4 live coaching calls. You get access to the full program. You could either pay with one price and get the $200 off, or 4 payments of $289 and get the $200 off. And you just, yes, give me access to the program at the most affordable price available. Use your code training to heal 200, and that's training and then the number 2 and then heal and then the number 200. And the best part of all is you get a 100% money back guarantee, so that within 30 days, if you are not satisfied, you will get a 100% money back guarantee. So in the first 30 days, you get module number 1, the visual diagnosis. You get module number 2. You get a bonus module, and you get a coaching call with me in the first 30 days. And if after all of that, you say, okay, no, this is not for me, you will get your money back. So keep in mind that registration closes next week and then the program begins. I keep my programs intimate so that we have time to get to all of the students' questions that come in on the coaching call. If you are inspired by the knowledge and the skills that I shared in this training session with you today, and you want to take this program to the next level, sign up now. If you don't take advantage of this now, you won't get this offer again, meaning the $200 off. You won't get that offer again. Plus, like I said, there's a 100% money back guarantee. If after watching the visual diagnosis module, Meridian module, the herbs for each of the organ systems, as well as the first coaching call, if you don't believe it's the right program, I'll give you your money back. The skill, I promise you, The skills that I share with the students in this course will increase your confidence, gain your clients' respect, empower people to make the best choices to become, and also you'll become a rock star health coach in the process. You'll create a lucrative business for yourself while creating health and happiness in the world, right? So let me see what I got here. Donna says, I have to travel to India for 10 days starting next Friday. Will I fall behind? No, you won't fall behind because this program is designed, like the modules are released on a weekly basis and you could watch them whenever you want. Also, you have lifetime membership, meaning if, for example, you sign up for the program and you need to stay in India for 4 months and you don't have any internet access, you still have access to all of the modules, all of the coaching calls, plus lifetime membership. So you never miss anything. Um, oh, Kathleen says, true. I just finished the holistic cooking classes and I love them. Oh, good. Yeah, they're a lot of fun, right? So in the holistic cooking classes, I cover, we talk about the organs and all that stuff. Those cooking classes are awesome. They're a great complement to this program, a great complement to this program. Um, okay. Kathleen says, I totally see how this could help me. Karen says, I'm in. Remember, Karen, to use your discount code, training to heal. Although I think, are you already in? Are you already one of the students? Like Stella, who's here tonight too? You're going to love it. You're going to love it. Kathleen says, definitely, I'm ready to sign up. Great. Go over to that page, sign in, and you could either do the 4 monthly payments. Remember, you still get the $200 off on the 4 monthly payment, or you use the one payment of $1097 because you get a discount when you pay it in full. You get a discount. So let me come back here to this page. Okay. I'm excited to have you guys in. Like I said, you get a money back guarantee. And I love this quote by the Buddha. So I just wanted to put this in to inspire you. Your work is to discover your work and then with all of your heart to give yourself to it. So you remember when I asked you in the very beginning of this training session, I'm like, what brought you here? Like what do you want to learn? So for me, natural healing and the alternative ways of healing and the ancient perspective of healing the body is fascinating to me. Still, I've been studying for, over 20 years and I still love it. I still take classes. There's always so much more to learn. And every time that I take a new class, my clients benefit every single time. Right? So I love this work and it shows. Right? Because I share the knowledge. I share the knowledge with my students. I share the knowledge with my clients. I love this, right? So this is part of healing heart energy, right? Your work is to discover your work and then with all of your heart to give yourself to it. So what do you want to do? You want this knowledge? I'm going to share it with you. I'm happy to share it with you. This is one of my students. She said, I just finished listening to class number 4 and had to say thank you. I registered for this coaching program to enhance my business, but like so many other things in my life, I realized there was an additional plan, my personal growth. Right? So that happens for me too. Anytime that I take a class that really inspires me and moves me in some way, it's helping me. It's helping me grow. And when I grow, I help my clients. That's the way that it works. So here's the link for you guys again. AndreaBeaman.com/new healers master coaching program. Kelly put that into the chat box for you. Use training to heal 200 to get your discount. Okay. Oh, yeah. Karen says, I just signed up. It's super easy. Yeah, it is super easy. And Donna says she just signed up. Great. I'm looking forward to working with you guys. You're going to love this. I'm gonna be signing off because it's now 8:04. I'm gonna be signing off. Before I do, I want to personally welcome you guys and gals, the ones who've already signed up, like Donna and Karen and Stella. I'm gonna see you next week. I'm gonna speak to you again live in the coming weeks. Um, Now that you're a member in the New Healers program, you're going to have in-depth amount of knowledge at your fingertips. You have handouts, action guides, inspirational content, and everything that you need to get started. You will be better equipped to work with people. You'll attract more clients as word spreads about your skills to help people. And I'm looking forward to working with you directly over the next 4 months and for your lifetime membership. So I've had the students that are in my program, that they have a lifetime membership. So we have a private Facebook page, and for years they still put in their questions, and we have a whole community of a variety of healers, Reiki masters, health coaches, nurse practitioners, energy workers, you name it, and they all give their feedback and their support and their guidance. It's a wonderful community. It's like the medical association has the AMA, and my students and all of the healers, they have their private page where they all connect with each other and share content, and share healing modalities. It's really wonderful stuff. Oh, thanks, Tracy. So I want to thank everyone for, remember I said earlier that time is precious and that's all we have in this lifetime. So I hope that in the time that we spent together tonight, I hope that you learned something useful. I hope that you're inspired. I hope that you go out and help as many people as you possibly can, because the more you can do that, the more health and happiness there'll be in the entire world. And man, what a great place this would be, right? So I want everybody to have a good night. Thank you very much for your time and your energy today. I thoroughly enjoyed speaking with you, and I will talk to you soon. Okay, bye, everybody.